Automatic Control Quality Tool System. Unit 4. European Quality Assurance for Vocational Education and Training and European Quality Assurance Reference Framework Best Practices. Unit 4 represents good practices regarding the implementation of quality assurance in vocational education and training in Europe, especially in what concerns the European Quality Assurance Reference Framework. At the end of the presentation, you will be provided with 6 self-evaluation questions with multiple answer options. We will briefly present 6 projects developed between 2011 and 2014, their goals and main outputs. In addition, we shall indicate the identified common issues, challenges and solutions regarding the EQAVET implementation process that resulted from the completion of these projects. The first project is VET Cert, Qualification as a Way to Quality. It was implemented between 2011 and 2013 and coordinated by the Austrian Reference Point for Quality Assurance in Vocational Education and Training. The project partners were from Austria, Germany, Ireland and Slovenia. VET Cert is centered on the idea that qualification is a way to quality. The primary objective concerns the development of competencies of persons holding functions in quality management systems, both in initial VET and in adult education. The main outputs refer to the competence profiles of individuals holding functions in quality management systems and at different levels, the curriculum framework for the training of the different target groups, and the certification process. The second project is EQAVET, supporting the implementation of EQAVET in Netherlands. It was coordinated by SINOP, the EQAVET National Coordination Point in Netherlands. It was implemented between 2011 and 2013 and had 5 partners from Finland, Romania, Austria and Netherlands. The central topic of the EQAVET project was the improvement of quality culture. The objective was to enhance a team-level quality culture improvement. The main outputs consisted of various documents, reports, inventories, methodologies, communication strategy, all focused on quality assurance in VET and its improvement. The EQAVET Malta Quality Assurance Tool for VET Institutions project was coordinated by the National Commission for Further and Higher Education of Malta between 2011 and 2013 and had 7 partners from Romania, Italy, Greece and Malta. The main concern of the EQAVET Malta project was to tackle the issues that impact the harmonization of the local quality assurance systems with the EQAVET provisions. The objective was to develop the quality assurance tool to aid VET institutions in the development and alignment of their quality assurance systems to the EQAVET framework. The people involved in the project elaborated a manual which provides guidance and methods regarding the compliance of the local quality assurance systems with the EQAVET framework. Capacity Building for Romania, NRP, Promoting Quality, was coordinated by the Romanian Agency for Quality Assurance in Pre-University Education between 2011 and 2013. The partners were from Austria, Italy, Netherlands and Romania. The main idea of this project is that in order to raise the level of awareness of EQAVET among all stakeholders, a proper communication strategy is needed. The objectives of the partnership were to develop this strategy and to implement at a national level the EQAVET recommendations. The main outputs consisted of designing supporting tools capable of carrying out the communication strategy, a database of relevant documents, workshops, conferences, promotional materials and a website. Europeanization of the national model for quality development in VET was a project developed between 2011 and 2013, and it was coordinated by the Federal Institute for Vocational Education and Training, Germany. The partners were from Austria, Poland, Portugal, and Germany. EQAVET was focused on the national pilot initiative for quality development and assurance needed to be integrated into European quality assurance developments. The activities were centered on connecting the national initiative for quality development and assurance in company-based VET in Germany and the EQAVET process. The main outputs regarded the specific aspects of the quality assurance process developed by 10 national pilot projects in Germany. EQAVET, towards the reciprocal recognition of quality assurance systems in VET for tourism, was a project coordinated by the Center for Tourism Training, Faculty of Geography, Babeș-Bolyai University, Cluj-Napoca, Romania, between 2012 and 2014. The partners were 4 VET providers from Greece, Italy, Turkey, and Romania, and the Tarsus Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Tarsus, Turkey. The project highlighted the principle that common issues and challenges in quality assurance in VET require common solutions, criteria, and standards. The main objectives of the project were twofold: identifying quality standards for tourism, education, and training, and drawing up a framework of standards based on VET concepts, paradigms, indicators, benchmarks, methods, and good practices. The main outputs consisted of the publication of a guide for quality assurance in vocational education and training for tourism, a joint volume, and the organization of a conference. The 6 presented projects represent 6 different perspectives and approaches to the quality assurance process in VET. The partnerships identified some common issues for the EQAVET implementation at national and local level, such as creating a shared culture of quality assurance and improvement in VET, involving the stakeholders and keeping them involved in quality assurance and innovation in VET, complying the EQAVET provisions with existing policies and quality assurance systems, ensuring the sustainability of the initiatives in order to make the EQAVET framework implementation a reality, maintaining the use of the implemented tools, methodologies, and strategies after the project duration, and finally the needed tools for the EQAVET implementation. For these challenges, various solutions associated with different paradigmatic angles were provided by the partnerships of the 6 presented projects. The proposed solutions for the first challenge, creating a shared culture of quality assurance and improvement in VET, were the following: developing tools and methodologies for the further certification and qualification of persons who are holding functions in initial VET and in adult education quality management, focusing attention on team-building activities and on the involvement of professionals in the workplace-based quality assurance process, designing a proper curricular framework which is developed in terms of needed knowledge, skills, and competencies for those who are holding positions in quality management, a proper closing of the plan, do, check, act cycle, a strong team-level, bottom-up approach. For the challenge regarding the involvement of the stakeholders in quality assurance and innovation in the VET process, the identified solutions were: a real consideration for the stakeholders' different perspectives and interests in quality assurance in VET, involving the most relevant stakeholders and actors from the beginning of the quality assurance process, ensuring a proper dissemination of information regarding these European tools among all the stakeholders, creating close cooperation structures among stakeholders, mainly with the social partners and employers, elaborating a proper communication strategy and adequate tools for the improvement of the communication process with all stakeholders. The next challenge, aligning the EQAVET provisions with the existing policies and quality assurance systems, led to the following solutions: use of the EQAVET framework, that is, principles, quality criteria, indicative descriptors and indicators for the assessment and improvement of the existing systems and provision of VET, use of the national experiences and tools in the most European way possible, use of a performance-based approach ready to incorporate relevant innovation, use of EQAVET provision in the specific contexts of VET providers and its adaptation to their needs and quality-related expectations, maintaining a permanent contact with the national authorities responsible for quality assurance in VET, enhancing the relation between workplace-based training quality system and the EQAVET approach. Ensuring the sustainability of the initiatives in order to make the EQAVET framework implementation a reality was a challenge which provided with the following solutions. The sustainability in the implementation of the EQAVET framework depends on three mentioned challenges. Number 1, the extent to which a culture for quality assurance exists. Number 2, the way in which the most relevant stakeholders are involved from the beginning. And finally, the way in which a link with existing and working quality assurance systems can be created. This means that all the recommended solutions will consolidate the sustainability of the EQAVET's implementation process. Every VET training provider is interested in having an operational excellence plan for quality assurance and will use EQAVET in the long run. The local institutions seek to enable their students to obtain recognition of their qualifications in the European Union and allow students from member states to obtain qualifications on the national labour market. The proposed solutions for maintaining the use of the implemented tools, methodologies and strategies after the project duration were ensuring that the tools are accepted by the potential users and stakeholders through their direct involvement in the development of the competence profiles, survey and the curricular framework. Identifying the EQAVET aspects that can be internationally standardized and the contextual specificities of the VET systems from an institutional, organizational and socio-economic point of view. Creating and disseminating an EQAVET promotion toolbox which makes all the involved actors in quality assurance at system or VET providers level aware of existing practices in the field of EQAVET implementation. The specialists involved in the 6 presented projects reached the conclusion that the basic tools needed for the EQAVET implementation are competence profiles, training modules and certification frameworks for persons involved in quality assurance management, methods for setting up stock-taking service at VET providers level, good practices on how to develop and enhance a culture for quality improvement at VET providers level according to a bottom-up approach, good practices on how to involve stakeholders, both beneficiaries and users, guidelines for practitioners bringing together and clarifying the most relevant information on quality assurance, recommendations on how EQAVET and existing quality assurance systems can work together, and finally an online community of practice to help those interested get in touch with peers. End of Unit 4. EQAVET and EQRF Best Practices.